Well, hi you guys. I got another product here to review. This just showed up today, and I've been having a lot of things showing up every day here at the house because a bunch of companies have been getting a hold of me to review products for them. And this is Camping Stool by Deerfamy. And I already have one of these camping stools. I got this one on eBay. It did not come with a carrying pouch, and I think I paid like $5 for it, and this thing's pretty heavy duty. However, this one is shorter than the one that Deerfamy just sent me. And I checked out their website, and they don't really have that much on their website. I guess it's a company that's basically starting out. And but what I immediately noticed, and this is what it looks like, it's red and black, and here I'll show you the difference in length right there. This one's definitely taller by at least 4 or 5 inches. And they claim that this stool can support 225 pounds. I'm 150 pounds, and I think 225 is kind of pushing it. But the first thing I noticed when I took it out of the box, you guys, is this extremely chintzy bag. I mean, this thing is low grade quality materials. I mean, that strap is so thin you can almost see through it. And I noticed the stitching on it right here. A lot of loose threads. The stitching is just terrible. And I was pulling on one and it was just coming right out. So this bag is just garbage. So let's look at the stool itself. Just has this Velcro strap that goes around and it pulls through this buckle right here. And all these materials, you guys, now as you guys know, I sew and make a lot of my own stuff, my own carrying sacks. I make backpacks. I make sleeping bag cases and stuff like that. I use a lot of this Cordura webbing and stuff, but I do not ever buy this cheap, flimsy stuff. I mean, this is about as generic as it gets. It's got these plastic feet. I'd much rather see rubber feet on here because this is a hard plastic. This is just gonna crack and break. But it does function and it does what it's supposed to do. Let me set up this one next to it. Yeah, these things are super cheap. This one's by Escape. There you can see the height difference. This one's about 4 inches taller right here. And I mean, these work and serve their purpose and everything. The one thing that I can say about this stool is that I do like the height. The height is right about where I want to be to fold my leg. So the height is better than this one, but this one is a little better quality made. The seat on it is much thicker and the rivets seem to be a little better. But they do serve their purpose. I mean, like I said, I got this one for $5 on eBay. It was brand new and I thought that was extremely cheap. This stool that I'm sitting on by Deerfamy retails for $29, so $30 for this stool. And in my opinion, you guys, there is no way that this thing is worth $30. It's very loose and flimsy. The materials, like I said, are as cheap as you can possibly go. And I don't like to see that. I am not a fan of chintzy stuff. I mean, all the hardware on here is all plastic. The rivets are very cheap. The metal clips on here are very, very cheap, as you can see. And I mean, would I take this hiking? Absolutely. It only weighs 2 pounds. 2 pounds, very, very light. Just like that little stool is very light. And then you just bring the strap around, bring it through the buckle here, and then cinch it up tight and Velcro it, and it keeps the head closed. That way it's not, you know, moving around and rattling around. How long would something like this last? I don't know. I mean, yes, I would take this on a hike. I would just put it right parallel to my backpack or put it down inside my backpack. However, that one is shorter and smaller. It'd be easier to take into the woods than this. This is something more I would use for on the bank fishing, you know, and if it broke, what do I care? You know, it's just an inexpensive stool. But do I think it's worth $30? No way. That is way too high for something this cheap, especially with this extremely cheap, generic, thin as paper carrying case. Now, here's the case that I made for the one that I got on eBay. This is all made out of canvas. I'm using paracord to cinch it up with. And when I make my bags, they're heavy duty. Solid canvas. This isn't going to rip. This isn't going to fall apart. This was made on a sewing machine. It's sewn tight. And I pay attention to detail. And that's what this stool goes into. But if I'm going to be paying $30 for a camp stool like this, I want the bag that they send it in to at least to be made as good as the one that I make on a sewing machine. Use good materials. You know, the barrel stops, get good ones, and use some kind of a canvas or heavy duty nylon, and take your time with the sewing. And don't use this cheap webbing. I mean, this stuff, you guys, is just crap. And this thing is the most generic bag I've ever seen anything come in. So I am not a fan of that. But the stool, made basically the same as the one that I got on eBay. But what would I want to pay for this Deerfamy stool here that says it can support 225 pounds? $10. If you're going to make it with cheap materials like this, you should sell it for $10, because like they say, you get what you pay for, and I don't think the quality is anywhere near as good in this to pay $30. I think that's way too high. If you want that kind of money, you're going to have to step up and put some better materials into your product if you want to get paid that, because this, in my opinion, is not worth $30. But I will put this to the test. This is something I'll continue to use. I'll throw it in my van, do some car camping, might take it on a hike, because I do like the height. That I will say that I do. The height is perfect. If there was anything that they got right on this folding tripod camp stool, is the fact that the height is perfect. So I do like that. But I will put it to a test. I'll take it fishing. I'm planning on doing some fishing this spring and throughout this summer. And yeah, so this would be definitely something I'd take on the stream. And I'm going to see if it holds up, and if it breaks, if it rips, if the feet come apart and crack and come off the end of these powder-coated pipes. That's all they are. And the center hub right here, it's just plastic with screws in it. Very, very cheap. But then again, this one's made the same way. See there? Same kind of construction. But yeah, I mean, I got that stool for $5. Now that was a much better buy versus $30 for this, with a bag that you might as well just throw that away, you guys. It's not worth a thing. And the strap isn't any good. I would take this strap off and put my own Cordura strap on it and sew it and have like a nice black heavy duty Cordura strap, because see, everything on it is just very, very thin and cheap and chintzy, you guys. But you know, it does the job. I mean, you can carry it along on the trail and that, but not really much to say about it. I mean, I think the material for the seat is fine. That's okay. The sewing on it seems to be all right, and it does have a good size seat base for your rear end, and the height is perfect. They nailed it on the height. But as far as the grade of materials, not much to say about it, you guys. Very, very cheap. But if you want to check this out, I'll leave the link to their website down below. And but $30, I wouldn't pay $30 for that. So anyway, that's that. And but then again, when I buy something, if it doesn't have its own carrying bag, or if it does have a carrying bag like this and it's no good, I just make my own on a sewing machine. And that way I don't have to worry about anything falling apart, and I know I got a carrying sack that's going to last a lifetime. So there you guys go. I got some more reviews coming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys again in the next one. Bye-bye.